Bro, thank you for choosing this video. Welcome back to this channel, a haven for Chelsea news updates. So find a comfortable seat and grab a drink, because this time I'm presenting 10 stories about Chelsea off the pitch that you probably didn't know. I hope to reach 300 likes. By liking this video, I'm even more motivated to provide as much news as possible and as interesting as possible for you. And finally, please comment where you're from. I'd love to know which countries are watching this video.
Chelsea sent a loving message to Thiago Silva on Mother's Day, following the devastating news of the defensive legend. The former Blues defender announced that his mother, Angela Maria da Silva, had died suddenly at the age of 70. In an emotional Instagram post, Thiago expressed disbelief and wrote that he would deeply miss the significant figure in his life. The news immediately drew widespread sympathy, including from Chelsea and his current club, FC Porto. The Blues offered their deepest condolences to Thiago and his entire family, while Porto reiterated that they would always stand by his side during this difficult time. Thiago was even reported to be returning to Rio de Janeiro for the funeral, which would rule him out of the next match. For Chelsea fans, Thiago is more than just a former player. He is a symbol of composure, leadership, and a big heart. In moments like these, football feels small, because at the end of the day, even legends are just children who have lost their mothers. Chelsea will face a decisive night when they host PSG in the second leg of their Champions League round of 16 tie, and all eyes are now on Stamford Bridge. The match is scheduled for Tuesday, March 17, 2026, at 8 p.m. GMT London time. This isn't just any match, it's a do-or-die duel that could decide the course of Chelsea's season. The Blues come into this match in a very difficult position, after losing the first leg 5-2 at the Parc des Princes. After fighting back and securing a 2-2 draw, Chelsea collapsed in the final 15 minutes. PSG exploited every opening, every mistake, and punished them mercilessly. Kvicha Kvaratskhelia brilliant performance was the highlight, while Philip Jorgensen's costly blunder turned the night in Paris from hope into a nightmare. Now, Chelsea needs something more than just a win. They need a massive comeback, one of the most incredible in Champions League history. And the pressure is even greater because PSG come into this match with a huge advantage. The Parisian club reportedly had a break from their Ligue 1 schedule last weekend, giving them 6 days of rest to fully focus on this match. In contrast, Chelsea face a Premier League clash against Newcastle United first. Liam Rosenior is now being asked not only to devise the perfect tactics, but also to revitalize a team that has just been battered. Chelsea know they have few options. They must attack, they must be brave, and they must play as if every minute is the last. The schedule is official. The stage is set. The atmosphere in London will be on fire on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. GMT. And now the question remains, do Chelsea still have one more magical night to turn everything around? Or will PSG come to London simply to finish the job? Chelsea have been reminded once again they may have made a huge mistake when they failed to sign Victor Osimhen last summer. When the Blues refused to break down their wage structure, Osimhen instead made a permanent move to Galatasaray for 75 million euros. And he has been in superb form ever since. The Nigerian striker has scored 19 goals this season, including a consistent Champions League performance. Ironically, all of this has come at a time when Chelsea's attack has been sluggish. Liam Delap was another disappointment against Newcastle, extending his poor run to just 1 goal in 21 Premier League games. At a time when Chelsea needed a sharp killer, Osimhen continues to prove that Stamford Bridge missed a golden opportunity. The question now is, how much will Chelsea regret this decision? Chelsea suffered another heavy blow after losing 1-0 to Newcastle at Stamford Bridge, and this time Trevoh Chalobah has issued a rather worrying warning. The Blues defender admitted that fatigue may be starting to set in for Liam Rosenior's squad. According to Chalobah, the packed schedule, minimal preseason, and significant energy drain in the Champions League are starting to impact the team's performance. This defeat wasn't just 3 dropped points, it was also Newcastle's first win at Stamford Bridge in 14 years. Chelsea are now in danger of slipping further away from the Champions League places just as the pressure of the season reaches its peak. With a do-or-die clash with PSG, and a crucial clash with Everton before the international break, the Blues have no room for further slip-ups. If fatigue does indeed start to kick in, the big question now is, are Chelsea still strong enough to salvage their season? Chelsea are once again under immense pressure ahead of their UEFA Champions League round of 16 second leg against Paris Saint-Germain. Playing at Stamford Bridge, the Blues face a near-impossible task after trailing 5-2 on aggregate from the first leg at the Parc des Princes. To progress, Liam Rosenior's men will need to pull off one of the greatest comebacks in the competition's history. However, amidst this hope, squad news isn't entirely in Chelsea's favor. The highly anticipated youngster Estevão Willian remains a major question mark. The 18-year-old Brazilian winger hasn't been seen since the FA Cup match against Hull City due to a hamstring injury. Although he's reportedly showing signs of improvement, Rosenior's comments after the defeat to Newcastle United indicate that Estevão is likely not ready for this crucial clash. Jamie Gittins is also facing a similar situation. The youngster, who was expected to return, is now sidelined again after suffering the same hamstring problem. This is certainly a major blow, as Chelsea will need pace, creativity, and attacking flair to break down the defending champions' defense. At the back, things haven't changed for Levi Colwill. The English defender remains sidelined with a serious ACL injury he suffered before the season started. Although he has been seen training, his training sessions have been modified, and there's no realistic chance of his return anytime soon. As if that weren't enough, Mykhailo Mudryk is also still serving a suspension that runs until the end of 2024. This means Chelsea are once again without a key winger when they need an attacking spark most. The situation is clearly tough. They're trailing on aggregate. Morale has been damaged by a 1-0 loss to Newcastle, and the squad isn't fully intact. But it's precisely at this point that mental toughness is tested. Stamford Bridge will be waiting for a night filled with emotion, pressure, and perhaps magic. Now the question is simple. Do Chelsea still have one more crazy night to turn everything around? Manchester United gained a significant advantage in the Champions League race after Chelsea slipped back to the bottom after losing to Newcastle. The 1-0 defeat was not only painful, but also opened up a significant gap for the Red Devils in maintaining their position at the top of the table. Most interestingly, Liam Rosenior himself admitted that his team was starting to lose mental freshness in the final third. According to him, Chelsea's decision-making, combination play, and finishing quality were starting to decline in key moments. Coupled with a slew of injuries and a busy schedule due to Champions League and FA Cup play, the Blues appeared to be running out of gas as the season entered its most crucial phase. Meanwhile, Manchester United had a clear advantage: a fresher squad, fully focused on the Premier League, and only playing once a week. The question now was, were Chelsea crumbling under the pressure, opening the door for United to return to the Champions League? Chelsea are in another slump after losing 1-0 to Newcastle, and this time the harsh criticism came from former Blues striker Craig Burley. In his comments, Burley openly attacked Liam Rosenior and accused the Chelsea manager of overthinking, even thinking he was smarter than everyone. According to Burley, since the first day he was appointed, Rosenior has appeared to be too complicated in his decision-making. The criticism came after Chelsea performed poorly, lacking threat, being fragile at the back, and failing to recover from a 5-2 thrashing by PSG. Anthony Gordon's lone goal was a devastating blow that further threatened Chelsea's chances of qualifying for the Champions League. Burley even said Rosenior should stop making excuses and start focusing on his team's declining performance. Now the question is this just emotional criticism, or is it a serious warning that Chelsea is starting to go astray at a crucial moment of the season? Chelsea appear to be possessing a gem in their backline, and his name is Josh Achimpong. The 19-year-old center-back has caught the eye after making 23 senior appearances this season, including 13 starts. Standing at 6'3", he boasts impressive physical strength and a prodigious ball-carrying ability for his age. Achimpong is considered one of the most promising defensive prospects to emerge from Chelsea's academy. Interestingly, he's not only a strong defender, but also comfortable building attacks from deep, even capable of breaking through the opposition's pressing line with his aggressive ball carrying. His versatility is also a major plus. He can play as a right center back, a main center back, and has even been experimented with as an inverted fullback and a holding midfielder. It's no wonder that elite clubs like Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, and PSG are reportedly monitoring his progress. With Chelsea's defensive fragility this season, a serious question is emerging: is Josh Achimpong the potential new leader of the Blues' backline? Chelsea fell again at Stamford Bridge after a 1-0 defeat to Newcastle. But amidst the poor performance, Liam Rosenior heaped praise on Robert Sanchez. The Spanish goalkeeper returned to the side due to Philip Jorgensen's groin problem, and according to Rosenior, Sanchez performed exceptionally well in every aspect. This was a surprising statement, as Chelsea looked fragile, lacking a threat, and once again looking exposed at the back. Anthony Gordon scored Newcastle's winner, which also gave the Magpies their first win at Stamford Bridge in 14 years. While Sanchez made several crucial saves and was deemed not to blame for the goal, the spotlight remained on Chelsea's defense, which was once again in disarray. Wesley Fofana was even heavily criticized for being too unaggressive in his pursuit of Gordon. The fact that Chelsea have kept only one clean sheet in their last 14 games raises alarm bells. So the question now is this praise for Sanchez truly deserved, or is it just a sign that Chelsea are looking for positives in a deepening crisis?